cigarette break?
It's time. Let me get my parliaments.
Let me light that for you. You're calling it right now?
I gotta, yeah. Cigarette break time.
Okay.
I have to step outside.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah, this day's been kind of...
Yeah, it's been just interesting. I know you've shared some stuff we'll talk about later, but I know we talked last time outside, and here's the thing. I had a bachelor party, Kari's friends, my fiance. Now, here's the thing, guys. I've been stressing about this since they wanted to throw me one. Because they're crazy in a good way. You know, they're great friends, you know, and the pack of guys are, you know, how do I put this? They're just not me, I felt that they were me, you know? You give me this look that's like, what do you mean? What I mean is, I feel like I'm just different from a lot of her friends, you know, like being a church boy, quote unquote, being, you know, very the non-virgin virgin between the group, and
not
just
to be confused with fuckboy.
Yes, not to. Ooh, good callback. Look at you.
Thank you.
Not to be confused with fuckboy.
I'm here for at least 13 more minutes.
Awesome. Before this dud runs out, I know. So. They decided to throw me a bachelor party. They wanted to throw me one. It wasn't like, you know, I invoked it or Kari invoked it. They actually like me enough to be like, we're going to throw you one, man.
Yeah, because that was my question. Like, some people just don't want them, don't want to have anything to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like my friends. Like, my friends are going to throw me one as well, but her guy friends were like, no, we want to throw you one.
That's cool.
So we went down to Mexico again for the 40 billionth time.
I swear you go to Mexico more than anybody I've ever known.
Well, hey, you know, when you plan a wedding overseas, it's not overseas, I know.
There ain't nothing overseas about where you're getting married. You be landlocked, honey.
So knowing that, you know, I've traveled there 40 billion times over the past year trying to set up this wedding thing going on, we decided to finally actually work together on this. And Kari had her bachelorette party that weekend, and I had my bachelor party. Her girlfriends do something, and then her guy friends do something for me. So we're both at this house, one of her friends' house, where she's having her bachelorette, waiting for one of the guys to come pick me up. Let me set the scene for you. These 5 other guys, 2 of them are gay, so they're together. The other guy is a model photographer. He's a really good photographer, but he takes pictures of models, like really good-looking women, models. He actually takes pictures of them, and it's great. One of them, another guy, is in a relationship with a high school sweetheart. They've been boyfriend, girlfriend since high school. They've had their, you know, breakups, back together. But I don't consider that like breaking up. They've actually been high school sweethearts. The other guy's kind of a player. He's with a girl, you know, girlfriend, but player. So one of the gay guys, and I don't know why I'm addressing it that way.
No, I don't know.
I shouldn't address it that way, right?
No, you shouldn't.
Okay, sorry everybody. One of the guys,
it's helpful to know that they're gay because they're probably much nicer than everybody else there.
Completely. And I love him. His name is Paco. It's okay. It's not really
ready to go gay. I'm so sick of this straight shit.
Did you say you're sick of this straight shit?
Yes. I'm tired of being straight, man. I'm over it.
So one of the guys picks me up. That's in the real. It's, you know, with, you know, boyfriend. They have a boy. You know, point is, one of the guys picks me up. Doesn't matter his sexual orientation, but he's amazing. And he blindfolds me as I get in the car, and he's like, "Oh, you ready for tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Are you ready for tonight?" And I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, take off, make sure your glasses are off, you have your, you know, blindfold on, good to go. And like, he starts playing these tunes that I really like, you know, things that I grew up with, like Fortunate Son, old school, like when I used to listen to Old K Earth. Old K Earth is like an old school radio station down here in LA. And that's what I grew up on. And I'm listening to these songs, and I'm like, I'm gonna die tonight. It's official. I'm going to get driven off a cliff. I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm being kidnapped in Mexico right now.
I'm being kidnapped in Mexico. I don't, and now granted, I know her friends, but I don't know them that well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know them through Kari, through my fiance, but we're not like uber close.
Yeah.
I felt. Not after tonight. So we're driving and, we're taking these curves and he's telling me, are you ready for tonight? Are you ready? It's going to get crazy, man. It's going to be awesome. Just be open tonight. Kari told me that, that she had no limitations for you. And this is when I flipped.
What?
That's when I flipped in my head. I was like, wait a minute. This is what went on in my head. I was like, she said that there's no limitations tonight? What do you mean limitations? What does she mean by no limitations? What does this mean? So he takes me out of the car. I hold on to the back of his shoulders to make sure we're walking straight. I'm freaking out. I'm literally freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck's going to happen tonight? I don't want strippers. I don't want to get drunk tonight. I just want to go out and eat and have a good time.
I don't want to have my first gay experience tonight.
I don't know what's going on. I'm dead serious. Everything was going through my head. So after that, we get to the top of a rooftop lounge. Take off the blindfold, and I'm seeing how beautiful the city is.
Oh, that's cool.
Really cool, really cool, right? Have a couple drinks, and they're over here now. That's where one of the other guys meets up, the model photographer. Mm-hmm. He's there. Have a couple drinks, have some fries, enjoy the night, all that stuff. And then he's like the same thing. You ready for tonight, bro? You ready? What's going on? You ready for tonight? And I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So I pick up my phone. I start texting Kari like, you need to tell your friends that this is fucking bullshit. I don't know what's going on tonight. Why didn't you set limitations? I'm freaking out. And she'll tell you, I was freaking out. And I think the guys were kind of noticing it too, because my face was probably like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I didn't know what was going on. So she ends up texting Baco, the guy that picked me up, and was like, you need to do something because he's freaking out. I don't know what's happening. What are you doing? And I could tell that she was texting because he was on the phone. Guess what he said after? It's going to be so crazy, man. The next place we're going to go to, we're going to take away your phone. We're going to...
Oh, no.
Yep. It gets crazier. Like, they start talking, like, more, like, hyping the night up. And that's what I'm like, oh, man, this is crazy.
They've got to be messing with you.
I thought so, too.
Are you pointing your finger at me?
Yes, because I thought so.
I just want to make sure.
Yes. We finish up at the lounge. Next thing you know, we go down to the model's house, the model photographer's house. Have a couple drinks. We get some food at a taco place. Of course, taco place in Mexico. We go to his place, have drinks, and next thing you know, we play a game called Smash and something. It was either they gave me a choice of either Smash and Pound or Drink and Drive, and I'm like, okay, what? Oh boy,
good. None of those sound good.
Mm-mm. But I'm like, you know what? Smash and Pound. I'm not going to drink and drive.
No.
So are you familiar with the game Super Smash Brothers?
No.
Okay, Super Smash Brothers is a video game, and it's like a Mortal Kombat kind of game where, it's like old time where they fight up against each other. It's like a multiplayer game. Point is, multiplayer, all these characters on the screen, you fight, whatever. There's a winner that comes out of it. Well, when you lose, they said you got to take a shot.
Okay.
So I was kind of getting the feel again, like, okay, what is actually going on tonight? They're kind of hyping this night up. What's going on? And then that's when they started joking about, we're waiting on the strippers to come through. And that's when I knew, oh, it's a complete joke. Like, they know how I am, all that stuff, strippers, all that stuff. How's your cigarette, by the way? Just checking in on you. Okay. Because I know
I almost blacked out during the video game conversation for a second, so my eyes kind of went inside and they came out. I didn't want to interrupt you.
All right, I'll speed this up for everybody for that.
It was close. I was like, whoa, hold on.
I'll speed this up. There's a point I'm getting to this. There's a point. I just needed a break from all this because I gotta to voice this because my cherry was popped that night.
Uh-oh. So now we're talking Almost a Bear podcast.
Yes. We finish up there. Point is, we finish up there. They start joking about strippers like, Monica's coming over. That's like one of the names of the strippers, quote unquote. And I'm kind of like laughing, like, okay, now they're fucking with me. Now they know that we're not doing strippers. So they're like, all right, we're going to go out now. We're going to go and have a couple of drinks at this bar. So we take an Uber and we go to this bar, quote unquote bar. We go in, get our IDs checked. There's like a small cover.
Sure.
And immediately it was like this rinky dink kind of whatever. It was really rinky dink. If you don't know, do you know what rinky dink is?
I do.
Okay, cool. I was about to define rinky dink for you.
I'm about ready to hit you in the rinky dink if you don't get this shit moving.
Sorry, I had to talk about this. I needed a break. I'm
adding rinky dink to our dictionary.
Okay, I needed to talk about this.
No, we both need to talk. That's why we're here. This is really just really expensive therapy from nobody that has any right giving each other advice.
So we step into this quote unquote rinky dink club, and the first thing I see is what?
I don't even want to guess. A donkey?
Oh my gosh, no.
I don't know. You said this was a wild story.
I saw a stripper pole.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was at a strip club. I was at a rinky-dink strip club. And the second thing I see, 2 big old titties.
2 big old titties.
And next thing
Did they
you know,
have tassels on them? Were they glitter?
No, nope, fully nude. And again, this is not what I wanted. I didn't want to go to a strip club. And there, I'm being nice about it, obviously. Like, oh, this is awesome. They know how I feel. They do. They know, like, the type of guy that I am. They know all this. When we sit down and all that, they immediately say, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. It's okay. And I'm like, trust me, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. This is not where I want it to go, Yeah. But out of respect, I did it. Now, it gets interesting because the night goes on and my eyes were kind of open, literally. And I was looking at what the scene, and the first thing I see is like this woman couldn't have been at least 26, my age. She couldn't have been older than that. She was probably like 24, and she was giving this dance to this creepy old guy that was probably in his late 60s. This place was creepy, and it's just weird, the environment. I'm looking at the guys with me, and their mouths were open. It was like watching. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm over here thinking like they've done this before. Only 1 out of the 5 guys have been to a strip club before. That was all their first time going to a strip club.
Oh, well, so there's a lot of gaping holes there.
Yeah. So obviously the gay relationship. Oh, I see. I totally went past me.
Wow.
Totally went.
God, it was so good.
That was really good.
Thank you.
I got it from you.
I was going to be the one off today.
No, that was good. I get it. Gaping holes. Does everybody get it now?
I certainly hope so.
Okay.
And if you don't, still listen.
Yes. Aside from the gaping holes.
Tell us, Mr. Science.
All right, Captain Obvious.
That is Dr. Science to you, Lyndsay.
So I'm looking at the guys and obviously the gay couple, amazing dudes. They're like, we're definitely gay. We're definitely gay. You can just see it on their face, like, oh, we're gay. We're gay. Yeah. We're gay.
I love it.
We're gay. The guy next to me, the model photographer, was like, obviously, he's probably like, I've seen better. That's the kind of face he's kind of had on me. I'm just like, this is all new to me. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God.
Guy next to me with the high school sweetheart, he was actually like on his phone, and the guy that was the player, I call him the player. Well, no, he even knows he's a player, but he's really cool. He was looking at a girl on a model on Instagram, like, oh, checking out girls on Instagram. And I'm just seeing how we kind of all responding to this environment. And I'm an observer. I'm just a natural observer.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, now one of you wanted to be there, it feels like, except for the one dude.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing here? And we didn't spend any money. We just saw this, and I found out at the end of the night, it's like, oh, it was just tradition. Now, why am I talking about this? Why did I want to talk about this? Because it was my first time at a strip club.
Well, and it's an interesting topic in regards to, like, why is that a tradition?
It is. I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, I've been married twice. The first one, like I've said, was a snafu. The second one was not a snafu.
It was legit.
It was too legit to quit. Whoa.
But you did.
Nope, I did. And so...
I got that
And
one.
after today, I definitely am glad I did. So the... I didn't have a bachelorette party for my first marriage because he and I eloped because I knew him for like 17 seconds. And then...
Classy.
Yeah. Oh, totally. My heart was broken by this like love of my life guy that I'd been with for so many years. And he ended up just not wanting the same things I wanted. And it was like, well, how long are we going to play this game? If you don't want to get married, you don't have kids. I love this person like so much. Even to this day, I still love this guy. But it just, it wasn't it wasn't in our cards. But I just was never the person that wanted the big shebang, that wanted to do the bachelorette party. And I think a little bit of that was because I partied so hard in college. I didn't need this like rite of passage. I didn't have this like, this is your last night, boys and girls. I don't know. I didn't feel like I needed that. Not because I didn't think that was going to be the last time I was ever going to like have fun in my life or whatever. But it never was anything that was interesting to me for the wedding, like rite of passage side of things. But for me, like I've been to strip clubs before. I've had both male and female strip clubs. I've had lap dances, both male and female. It doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, it's fun at a male strip club because it's so over the top. It is like ridiculous over the top. Where with women, it's more of a total experience. At the men's, at least for me, the strip clubs are more of like an entertainment